Now, how we catch cougars is different from catching wolves. We don't use helicopters, we use especially trained dogs. The behavior of a cougar when pursued by a canid is to go up into a tree. And they've done this for thousands of years, interacting with wolves on the landscape. Once the cat is in the tree, we tranquilize it, climb up. Once the drug takes effect, lower it to the ground, and then we can take similar data that we do with the wolves. So here's a great story about this young male. We collared a couple years ago, M198, 3 years old, 140 pounds. He was the first cougar collared as part of the Canon-sponsored work that we've been doing the last couple years. And he had an interesting story. He did pass away. It was natural cause. I won't give it up, the cause, because there's a wonderful podcast dedicated to the life of this animal in support through Eyes on Yellowstone. It's a podcast that the park creates called Telemetry, and it's supported directly by Canon's support through the Eyes on Yellowstone project. So I encourage you to look up this podcast and listen to this wonderful story. Our still images capture animals on the landscape. We would otherwise not be able to follow them. Here is a male, scarred up, an old dominant male on the landscape, and our radio-collared female to the left. It's a courting pair. Males and females come together just a couple days a year to breed. 90 days later, they produce kittens. So we're able to locate this female's den by following the GPS points on her collar. And these are awful adorable for big, scary carnivores. This is about 3.5, 4 weeks old kittens. And all we did was take them out, identify if they're male or female, take a hair sample for genetics, and then put them back. And what was wonderful is we counted 3 kittens in this den. Later this winter, one of our trail cams picked up this female, radio-collared female, F202, and here are those three kittens. As we were watching this video, this is months later, this is in December, we were very excited to find out that she didn't have 3 kittens, but she had 4 kittens, which is an incredibly successful cougar living in the wild in an area that they have to share the landscape with grizzly bears, which are competitors with them, as well as wolves. And here's that scarred up male, a couple days later, triggering the same camera set. He no longer has anything to do with the kittens, but is still patrolling the territory and potentially searching for other females to mate with. This was just 2 weeks ago, that same female cougar, during a telemetry flight. As I circled above, I located her. She had just killed an elk and was burying it. They cover it up to hide it from scavengers and other things from finding their food. And this was, as we were circling, we spotted her and was able to grab this photo of her.